Boom. Your life. All right, so we are back, and yes, it's a new year, by the way. Happy New Year to all the W.A.D.E Concept media team out there. Love you guys to death, but I would be doing you guys a disservice if I didn't start off the new year as hot as this feud between Dana White and Jake Paul. They have not stopped picking at each other the entire year of 2021, and it's because Dana doesn't like Jake. Jake doesn't like Dana. Dana thinks he's a fake fighter. Jake thinks that Dana is a cokehead. These two are basically just playing high-stakes poker with public perception, and they are both all in. So, who has the upper hand and who's bluffing? Breakdown. Let's go. This thing started with Dana White issuing a challenge to Jake Paul. They've both kind of gone back and forth with the challenges. First, Dana saying he would bet $1 million that Ben Askren beat Jake Paul, which thank God I don't have $1 million because I did put money on that fight, and let's just say I don't remember who I picked. Point is, Dana likes to make these bets, and he just made a new one in the last week, and he basically said he didn't do cocaine, and so Jake could test him if he was allowed to test Jake for 2 years randomly for steroids. And then Jake came back with a bomb of a tweet which said this: Happy New Year, Dana. Here's a real challenge for you. I will immediately retire from boxing and fight Jorge Masvidal in the UFC. Jorge Masvidal would do very bad things to Jake in an MMA cage. Just want to let everybody know that. But anyway, Jake had stipulations. 1, increase the minimum fighter pay to $50K. 2, guarantee UFC fighters 50% of UFC annual revenues. 3 is provide long-term health care to all fighters. Yes, I agree that fighters should make more than $12K and get more than 14 to 18% of the revenue share. When a company rises in revenue growth almost 2,000%, and the fighters that are employed by the company, the most important reason the company earns that money to begin with, their percentage of revenue only goes up 4% in that same time. That's a problem with me. It's a problem with you guys. We've been screaming about it for years, but we don't hold the megaphone that Jake Paul does, so hey, fair fucking play. Jake might not be doing it for the right reasons. He might be disingenuous. He might be looking for clout. You can say all that, but the words speak for themselves. So of course, like the steer at your fucking local rodeo, Dana got roped in and responded. So let's take a look at what he had to say.
Jake, you never responded to the challenge. You publicly stated.
First off, his name is Dana White, but the man is more pink than a fucking medium rare steak. And that shirt is about to suffocate him. He is going full Red Hulk with a tiara on at this point.
You could randomly cocaine test me for the next 10 years. I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years.
So Dana wants to hammer home that Jake's on steroids, but accusing Jake of it just because he is beating up some of the fighters that were champions in MMA that are now coming to boxing and aren't boxers. He sounds like people in YouTube comment sections that can't believe what they've seen, so it has to be the extra supernatural. Not just that Jake has been training boxing for about 3 years now, and your guys had never boxed before.
And that thing that you came out with today, nobody on earth thinks that you really wrote that. Too stupid. If you two think that you can do it better than we do, we're doing this whole thing wrong. You could treat the fighters better than we do. Knock yourself out. Go start your own business.
That's not an answer, and I'm going to tell you why. Dana defaults to this when people talk about fighter pay. He just goes, well, you do it. You go do it. Who does it like we do it? We're the #1 company. This is kind of his default, right? And I'm not saying that he's wrong. They are the #1 company. But what Dana's doing right here is just avoiding the question altogether and saying, you can't criticize me unless you've done what I've done specifically in the way that I've done it. That's not an argument. And to be fair, Jake and Nikisa are running Most Valuable Promotions. And no, it's not the UFC. It doesn't have 600 fighters, and they haven't been in business for 20 plus years. So when Dana goes out and says stuff like, you do it better, why don't you start it? He knows that they can't do that right now, and that's the power play. But it doesn't address the point that Dana and his company made $1 billion their most profitable year in 2021, and fighter revenue share or fighter percentage pay stayed the same. Not good.
You're tanking. You can't sell pay-per-views. You're calling out Jorge Masvidal because he's a pay-per-view superstar.
Fair.
Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor, Mike Tyson. These are all superstars. You're not. You can't sell pay-per-views. So you do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm ready to roll, buddy. I don't use cocaine.
He's really stuck on the cocaine thing. I mean, again, you can just see the way that Dana responds to this, not even like remotely talking about the important things that Jake is talking about, because of course he doesn't want to address that. He'll address the one thing that he could probably prove that he doesn't do cocaine anymore. And just as Dana finished this, not to be outdone, Jake has responded once again. Let's take a look at that.
Jake, you never responded to the challenge.
Dana, I accepted every part of your challenge. I said I would fight Masvidal in MMA. Steroid test me whenever the fuck you want.
All right, so there it is. Jake saying, steroid test me whatever you want. Okay. Challenge accepted, I guess.
2 weeks after my fight, and I am a fat bitch. I don't do steroids, and I take it as a compliment because there's no other excuse to me knocking out all of your champions than this kid does steroids. Look at me.
Okay, so first off, Jake didn't knock out all of Dana's champions. He knocked out Tyron Woodley, which was a 5-time UFC champion, but technically, Ben Askren was never a champion in the UFC. Now, this picture is Jake trying to prove he's not on steroids. The word steroid is being thrown around. Like, he's on steroids. He's not on steroids. What we really should be talking about is Jake on PEDs. I've made a video on this. We're not going to rehash it, but you can look just like this and be on PEDs. And maybe it would help in some areas. Like, I don't know what's... Anyway, what Jake's trying to illustrate that he's not on steroids doesn't necessarily mean that he's not on PEDs, and no one should be saying it if they can't prove it. But apparently Jake's down to do it.
Look at that. A fat bitch. If you steroid test me, then I want to steroid test every one of your fighters. Ooh, you want to do it though, will you?
I mean, his fighters, the UFC fighters, do get steroid tested pretty regularly under the USADA program, so...
I use cocaine.
I'm insane.
What the fuck was that?
With all the money that you have, like billionaire or some shit, that you would get some fucking Botox, because your forehead looks like a motherfucking GPS Google map, like all the lines in it.
This I feel personally violated by, because yes, Dana looks like directions to get through the fucking Appalachian Mountains, but so do fucking I. For all those hairline jokes I made about Jake, look at me now.
And you say Masvidal is a pay-per-view superstar. Let's go to his last Instagram post. 5,000 likes or 10,000 likes or some shit. Do you realize that my mom, Pam, gets more likes than your pay-per-view superstars? Men lie, women lie, Dana White lies, numbers don't.
Most pay-per-view draws do have social media followings, but it's not because of their social media following that they are a pay-per-view draw. Usually those things are backward, right? You become a pay-per-view draw, Habib, Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal, and then your social media fucking flies. And then he says, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Right after Jake has had a subpar pay-per-view performance, I wouldn't be throwing around numbers when guys like Jorge Masvidal have drawn 800,000 with Kamaru Usman, drawn over 1 million with Nate Diaz. So Jake's right, yeah, numbers don't lie. In those circumstances, they are bigger draws than Jake is.
Long story short, you addressed nothing that I said. I accepted your challenge. I said I would fight MMA. I said that I would retire from boxing, and you avoided all of that shit. Hold on. Also, instant replay, there was a fucking UFO in the back of this video. Side note, fucking Joe Rogan, aliens.
Actually, though, what the fuck was that? I saw it in the first part. Oh, yeah, that's sketchy. I 100% believe in aliens, and I'm not gonna lie, they would definitely be circling Jake Paul on a regular basis, because if you're gonna test the highest level of human intellect, you've also got to go to the bottom of the barrel.
It shows that you are in a corner. You're a dog in a corner trying to fight to save his whole company, and the embarrassment that I've put you through, everybody sees it. And what you can't accept or love or appreciate is that I'm trying to change the sport forever. Are one of the most selfish, capitalistic motherfuckers that I've ever seen.
Him calling Dana White capitalistic, while it's true, it's like me listening to someone that can't sing and making fun of them while I sound like this. I know you're on my mind. You make me come alive. In other words, Jake is a capitalistic motherfucker too. He ran the Be Your Own Creator YouTube business marketing platform that gave great advice like buy a camera and shoot stuff, and capitalized off the Team 10 contracts that took a substantial amount of money from those creators that had sleepovers with him. Bottom line is they're both fucking capitalists, and Jake is looking in a mirror, aged up 30 years. That's all this is.
The bottom line, Dana, is that you won't add healthcare for your fighters because you don't give a fuck about them. And you're too much of a greedy bitch to pay your minimum fighter more than $12,000 for risking their lives. What a
all facts.
You need to pay them $50,000, Dana. Stop avoiding my point.
All right, so there you have it. And listen, I want to say this again. Do I think that Jake is 100% sincere with everything he's saying, either about fighter pay or going to MMA and entering into USADA, all those things? I don't think so, no. But Jake has the upper hand because he's the only guy willing to accept terms, and he's saying the only true thing that we know of currently in this moment, that Dana's not paying his UFC roster adequately and it needs to be changed. Now, the question is, and what we're going to end off with today, what happens now? Like, what happens because of all this? I don't think that really anything can happen as far as what Jake's advocating for, fighter pay increasing. Dana will not move a muscle unless he absolutely has to. Really, this only gets changed if fighters unionize, which is not likely to happen anytime soon because of a couple of factors: low wage, not wanting to be blackballed from the highest promotion in the world. Most guys Dana could replace like that, and we're just gonna have to see what happens in 2022. I'm excited for it, man. New year, let's go. Content coming down the road for you guys. If you're liking it, hit the sub button. But the question remains, in 2022, we're getting the feud we want, Dana White and Jake Paul. It's the one that's continuing to build. The question is, this thing's all said and done, who wins? It's a long year. I guess we'll find out.